Hi, and welcome back to Bounce Forward with me, Tiff. I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which I'm recording this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. I pay my respects to elders, past and present. Each episode, I'm answering your questions. It's so much fun. So make sure you reach out to me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo or send me an email at bounceforward@novaentertainment.com.au and I'll answer them on upcoming episodes. So let's get into it. Celia has come at me with a great question. How much water should you drink? So I love water. I have my emotional support water bottle with me at all times. And at the moment, it's a Taylor Swift water bottle from the Taylor Swift concert. And I love drinking water. I find it so important. And I think it's really important to measure your water intake too, because you may be lacking energy, feeling dizzy, feeling like super fatigued. And then you realize, you look at your water bottle, oh, I haven't drunk anything today. It makes sense. So how much water should you drink? I have a really good tip on this one. Your goal is to aim for clear wee. That's all you need to do. And I've taught my kids this and they come out of the toilet celebrating, Mum, my wee was clear. And they're so excited. And I'm like, good, you're drinking enough water. Or if it's a bit yellow or if it's brown, they complain. And I say, well, you need to drink more water at school. So every day your body is losing water through breath, perspiration, urine, bowel movements. You're losing a lot of water. And for your body to function properly, you need to replenish water supply by consuming beverages and food. Food contains a lot of moisture and water as well. How much fluid does the average healthy person in an average climate need? The US National Academies of Science, Engineering and Medicine determined that an adequate adult male needs about 3.7 litres. And for a woman, about 2 litres. Some of you might think, I'm not drinking nearly enough water. It's a lot, but you really should be focusing on that clear wee tip, okay? So don't get caught up on litres and 8 glasses and just the measurement. Just, you know your body. And it does depend a lot on how much you exercise and your output as well. So about 20% of daily fluid intake usually comes from food as well. So you've got to remember that. This is including teas, coffees, food, other beverages. So what about the 8 glasses of water a day, Bizzo? What do I think about that? You've probably heard that advice, 8 glasses. And for some people, it's a really good starting point because they can see the glass and they can count the glasses out. But I don't think personally it's enough, and it's never been enough for my clients. And so you might need to modify your total fluid intake based on these factors. Just have them in your mind. Exercise, if you do a lot of activity where you sweat and you need to drink extra water to cover the fluid loss. Environment, how hot, humid. And I'm coming to you today in a 37-degree day in Melbourne, so I'm drinking lots of water today. Your overall health, your body loses fluids when you have a fever, vomiting, when you're feeling a bit off. So at those times, you need more fluids. And also pregnancy and breastfeeding. I have never been more thirsty than when I was breastfeeding and making milk. I could not believe it. So, is water your only option for staying hydrated? This is a question I get all the time around this. No. You don't need to rely on water, but it is the best. So, for example, many fruits and vegetables such as watermelon and spinach are 100% water by weight. In addition, beverages such as milk, juice, your herbal teas compose most of water, so focus on that. Even caffeinated drinks, coffee, your soft drinks and all of that. But I always say to people, don't drink your calories, so watch out for your soft drinks and your energy and sports drinks and things like, I really love Hydrolyte. I really love having electrolytes in my water. I've got some in my water bottle today. And Hydrolyte, I drink sports Hydrolyte because it's stronger than the average Hydrolyte. And it's really good for you to replace electrolytes after you're exercising a lot. How do I know if I'm drinking enough? Again, you will know you'll have that colourless, beautiful wee, and you'll also feel less thirsty. So it's pretty basic, right? To prevent dehydration, you need to make sure that you are having water with each meal, between meals, be conscious of that, before, during and after exercise, and if you are feeling thirsty. Now, I often get asked, should I worry about drinking too much water? Is drinking too much water dangerous? No, it is not a problem that you or I need to think about or worry about. Athletes occasionally could drink too much water if they're training for something specifically, and then they can flood their kidneys, and the kidneys can't get rid of the excess water, and the sodium content of their blood becomes diluted. That's a problem, right? And that's very serious and dangerous, but it's not something that's going to happen to you or I in drinking water daily, okay? So you can love your water, enjoy it, make sure you're hydrated, and takeaway tip is go for the colourless wee and make sure you measure your water intake. If you're really into your water but you just don't like the taste of it, add fruits and veggies to it. I love cucumber, mint, lemon, orange, berries. I'll jazz up my water with all sorts of things, and it just makes it a little bit more sexy, a little bit more interesting, and it tastes great. And again, you can get all the different flavored hydrolytes and things, and they're really great too because it's a bit fizzy and it just feels really fresh. I have a funny 3-liter water bottle at home, and it's got measurements on it, and it says like, keep going, you're awesome, you're nearly there, get to it. The water bottle encourages me throughout the day to hit those marks, and it's just a really good starting point. They're on Amazon. It's really easy and simple and cheap to buy, so you can start with that. But yeah, enjoy drinking your water. If you know you're bad with drinking water and you want to improve, then of course have the visual reminder of a good water bottle, maybe with the measurements on it at your desk so you can see it. But set a reminder on your phone or on your desktop and have those alerts go off every half hour or so, and then take just a few swigs, few sips, and it's just a really good way to get into the habit of always reaching for the water bottle and having a lot to drink. Thanks so much for listening to Bounce Forward. I love having your company, so please DM me on Instagram at tiffhall_xo and let me know what topics you'd love me to cover. Don't forget to rate and review me on your podcast app. Speak soon.